There's a flower of contradiction that blooms unintentionally in a sudden breakdown of daily life. It is a sting caught on the edge of a word, or an undefined definition left on the table. The one of discrepancy is observing our unconsciousness with a sneer. According to reason, the distortion should be corrected. However, unexpectedly, it is the distortion that dislocates the truth and causes a slight deviation in the familiar landscape. Take, for example, a clock with the left and right hands reversed. The hands do not show the time, but test the viewer's common sense. At that moment, a backfire beckons. The plot you believed in, now is the time to question it. The sensation of falling through the net of predictions stirs up logic like a fish upstream in a river of paradoxes. And then we realize it is not the unnaturalness masked by conformity, but rather the discomfort that lies just short of bankruptcy, where the unexplored territory of the self lies. Disagreement is not rejection. Rather, it is a touchstone to sift out acceptance. At a certain moment, the sound of dissonance lurking in the air is slightly deafening. The discomfort suddenly felt in the midst of ordinary harmony is not just a barrier, but a paradoxical doorway. Like a star suddenly shining in the still night sky, the unexpected discrepancy awakens an inner quest. Like the wind gently shaking the trees, the norms of the everyday are reversed in an instant, unleashing the unidentified passions swirling deep within us. The backfire in the name of discomfort dares to break down the familiar framework of order and weaves through the gaps, moments when diverse fragments of life and unspoken emotions overflow out. This inexplicable fluctuation is like a mysterious mirror that reflects the darkness and light in our consciousness at the same time. Chaos dissolves into silence, and vibrant shadows fill the void. Everything is a lyrical play of chance and inevitability, like a bet of fate that seemingly backfires. Beyond the reversal indicated by the sense of discomfort, countless possibilities lying within the self are opened up. This extremely subtle moment of reversal is not mere discomfort, but a true flame of creation that burns deep within. The small sense of discomfort that lurks in the crevices of our consciousness eventually transforms into a metaphorical truth that is rooted in our primordial nature. A slight murmur lurking in the abyss of stillness, a fragment cut off from the usual stability, a kind of enigmatic sensation that the mind cannot touch. The dissonance does not end up being merely unpleasant, but rather becomes a catalyst that draws us toward the unknown. A feeling of discomfort that seems as harmless as a pebble on the side of the road can become a blade that prompts sharp contemplation. People often try to avoid it, but rarely know the light hidden in its shadow. The moment we are pierced by a sense of discomfort, that momentary pain, is also a door that opens up a new perspective. The more this sense of discomfort stands out, the more room there is for us to break out of our existing framework and deepen our dialogue with others and with ourselves. What spreads beyond the equilibrium is the infinite possibilities of light and dark intersecting with each other. The philosophy presented by discomfort is nothing other than the aesthetics of reversal. The essence of this philosophy, which is revealed in unexpected situations, reconstructs the known order and invites us to a new order. The reversal of discomfort is not a mere coincidence. It is a natural force that draws on the richness of life and should never be taken lightly. Ringing in the silence is the toe of contradiction lurking in the silence. It sits there, stabbing at the heel of the heart, not even feigning pain, but just sitting there. A minor misalignment tilts the world. The discomfort is the opposite side of truth's outstretched finger. The fact that the palm that was supposed to be stroked was actually swung over to repel. It is the sound of the frayed edges of an excessively polite lie. The adjective unexpectedly is a cover for embarrassment at the fact that common sense was more fragile. We say, "I feel uncomfortable," but it is the discomfort that finds us. If we shift the mask of correctness a little, who is laughing? We go around to the back of our thoughts and bet on the back of our thoughts. In other words, we bet on the discomfort. The prompt is always something that is not now. When the context in which we are accustomed to walking appears one letter out of place, the landscape becomes a breeze. Furniture becomes memory. Words break through boundaries and become questions. It is unexpected, and when that sense of discomfort backfires, the real game finally begins. He who searches for the right answer to a question is always betrayed by the answer.